Welcome to the Perfectly Positioned to Soar launch celebration. I'm Carol J. Dunlop, the online WOW strategist and lead visionary author for this project. I say project because it's actually more and bigger than the book, and you're going to see that today. I'm sitting down with each of my co authors to talk about their chapter. We'll go through why they said yes to this project and how what they created can help you make more money and play bigger. Join me in the studio now for this amazing interview. Hey everyone, and welcome to another awesome interview with one of my co-authors from the Perfectly Positioned to Soar book. Oh, I'm so excited for this. In this session, I'm interviewing Angie Issacs. Now, I met Angie, I want to say probably in 2024 when I joined the Web Designer Pro web design group for web designers. She was one of the people who initially welcomed me, and I enjoyed getting to know her so much. And then she even came into my summit that I did. I can't remember if she came into the bundle or not. That I can't remember, but she did come into the summit and then the Hidden to Higher Income Summit. And then because of that, I invited her into the book and she said yes. So today she's here to talk about why she came into the book, what her company is about, and how her chapter is actually going to help you to go from hidden to higher income. So without any further ado, Angie, would you please tell the audience about you, your business, and whatever you'd like them to know about you?
Hi, I'm so glad to be here today. My name is Angie Issacs. I run Book and Creative Studio. We're a web design and marketing company. I work with about 50% small businesses, 50% authors. And I myself have a kind of a foot in each of those because I myself am a children's book author. I have 5 books currently in print, more on the way. You know, it was a roundabout career path. That's not exactly where I thought I would be when I graduated college or even grad school, but I love what I do. And particularly what I like to do is not just think about the specific product. So you know, if you think about something like a website, that's a lot of what I do is help people redesign their websites or set up a new website. If I have 2 businesses, they may both come to me and say, I need a website. But the first thing I always do is start by asking them, what are your goals? What is happening in your business? What are the pain points? What are the things that are working well? How can we build on the things that are working well? How can we kind of massage some of those pain points and make them less painful and help you reach those goals? Because in the end, yes, you both need a website, but what that website looks like is very different depending on your needs. I like to use the analogy sometimes of a house. You know, 2 people might both need a house, but what that house looks like is very different depending on, you know, if what climate they're in, what continent they're on, what their budget is, how big their family is, you know, just their aesthetic. There's so many things. And so are you talking bungalow or are you talking mansion? Those are very different kinds of things depending on what you want and what you need. That is often what I do is I help clients think about not just, you know, here's a specific thing I need, but have those kind of bigger picture conversations with them about, you know, where are we going with this? How are we building towards that? And how can I help you make sure that you're on the path to hit those goals and meet those needs?
Okay, great. It's good to know all that stuff about someone. And you know what? Until I went back to look for the books that you had done before, did I find out that you had done this whole thing, children books. They're so cute and awesome. So you never know about people until you really get to know them. That's why I wanted to do the interviews today, because you're getting to know these co-authors, so you will feel empowered to go out there and get the book that is on sale today. We're launching it today. You'll see the link below. and get yourself to soaring. So my question for you, Angie, what made you decide to join this project?
So the spark that made me decide to do this project, when Carol started talking about this book, there's a couple of things that I think drew me to it. One was that I think Carol and I have a very similar take on marketing, that marketing isn't just check boxes, that a lot of it is about relationships and authority, and my degree is actually in cognitive psychology, so I tend to think about how humans think and what is going to make them want to do the things that you want them to do. And not in a manipulative way, but in a more connection-focused relationship way, And so when you start thinking about what makes people want to sign up for your services and so forth, a lot of it is about, how do we present your best self? How do you build, show off the expertise you already have? How do you show off the authority that you already have, and so forth? And so one of the things, I knew that Carol would be somebody that I would like to work with. The other thing is that the entire idea of the book, that if you've got somebody who is ready to go to the next level but maybe is feeling unsure of themselves, that also appeals to me, because I, as a small business person, any small business owner has been there. It is a big thing to take on, not just there's a lot of details to figure out and how do I do the actual work that I need to do, but also in overcoming some of those more, challenges you have to overcome in terms of thought process. Like, how do I position myself to do the things that I want to do? And that's one of the things I like to do with my clients, is think about how can we reframe some of these things and show you the things that you're already doing well or that you can build upon. What are your strengths? What are you doing well? How can you show up as a genuine person in a way that feels good to you, but is also going to resonate with your audience and accomplish your goals?
Yes, Angie, I think we are similar in a lot of ways, and mostly because we want the best for people. We want to put our best self forward, and we want to showcase how we can help them to do what it is that they need to do. So I totally appreciate that. Now, my next question is going to be a little bit long. It actually involves two parts. So I'm going to say it kind of slowly so you can get it all together, so you can answer this for the audience. So the first question is, how does your chapter, Conquer the Page, your book is your business card on steroids, coincide with your business? And then the next question is, how can the reader use your chapter to help them on their journey to higher income? Tell us all about it.
And then how does my chapter coincide with my business? Yes. So my chapter is all about using books that you might publish to help you in that goal. So, for instance, taking, if you write a book that is on your area of expertise, whatever that may be, you can use that to leverage towards your goals, and how you might use that as a marketing asset, not just as a one-time thing that you do when you check off it as a box, as a thing you did one time, but as something that is ongoing, that you can use to help build your business or your career or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And having had, I've been in the book world a long time. My first book went under contract in 2013. I have to do the math. Long enough I have to do the math and think about it. So what is that, 13 years ago? And worked with a large number of authors. This is something that I have a good bit of expertise at, with both thinking about how books can be used in marketing, and not just for marketing the book itself, but also more widely, how is this moving me towards my overall goals? Not just in terms of selling the book, but in terms of, say building a business or building a career, or launching, relaunching a business, or launching a new aspect of my business. Say I've been a caterer for a while, but I want to open a storefront now. How can I use this book to launch that and help me be successful in that? So that's a lot of what my chapter is about, how you can use the book to that. Not so much in writing the book itself. That is a different kind of challenge, but thinking about some of those bigger picture things that some of the conversations that I might have with a new client, just starting you thinking on some of those things and thinking about what you might want to accomplish and how a book could help you accomplish those things. And the peek into then, once you have the book, what is the process you would use to use that as a marketing asset? And how can that help you accomplish those things?
Angie, I love that. I love that you said many different ways and to incorporate your book into helping you get more business, and then ways for you to actually get that book started so you can bring your business up, maybe start a new business or a new thing. Who knows? But the book is the thing, right? Okay, would you do me a favor and tell us about the gift that you have for everyone who actually gets the book? Because all of the co-authors actually it was required of them to have a free gift to give the audience. So tell us about the gift that you are giving.
That leads nicely into thinking about the gift that I have, because that is going to also, lead into that, thinking about if you have a book or you're considering writing a book or you're trying to decide if this is the right kind of thing for you to do to help market whatever you want to accomplish. Start some of those conversations with yourself. So ask yourself some of those questions. Start thinking through some of those things, like what is it you want to accomplish and how might a book fit into that? Begin having those conversations with yourself so that you can take an existing book and figure out how it fits overall into an overall marketing plan, and either how you can use that new book that's coming out or how you can refresh a book that already exists and use it in unique ways to get more interest out there. Or if you're just considering this, it's a great way to think through whether some of these things might be a good fit for you. Whether writing a book and using it as a marketing asset is something that would be helpful to you.
I let Angie go before I got her to tell you about how you can find her in these internet streets. And her address in these internet streets is bookendstudio.com. That's bookendstudio.com. Now you know how to find her. And guess what? You also know how to find the book. Look at the link below and go there and get that Kindle edition right now. It's only $2.99. And I'm sure you will thank yourself. Thank your future self will thank you for doing this today. So thanks so much. And I'll see you on the next interview. Hey, thank you so much for joining us for this most informative interview. Did you enjoy it? I certainly did. And if the information we just shared resonated with you, it's time for you to soar. Perfectly Positioned to Soar is available right now. Go grab your copy using the link below. You'll also get access to our free mystery bonus gift when you do. Thank you for being here, and here's to soaring together. Bye for now.